freaking going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rabbits and squirrels? In case you don't know it, folks, the Carolina Panthers won a game. They freaking won. And unfortunately, my Chargers did not want to cooperate, so I'm hosting the show tonight from my room. But anyway, anyhow, how about damn Carolina Panthers? Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. We are waiting for Mr. Bo, Dr. Bo, to join me. I'm going to share it with Dr. Bo. With Dr. Bo. We are 4-3, folks. 4-3. And no one can take it away from us. No one can freaking take it away from us. And the last time, ladies and gentlemen, that the Carolina Panthers were 4-3, MySpace still existed. Tom from MySpace wanted to be your friend. AOL Messenger still existed, and it stated, you got mail, you got mail, and you got mail. AOL existed. What else existed back then? Movie theater. Movie theater, to go to a movie, was only 5 cents. What's going on, Mr.
Not a whole lot. Sorry, a little bit late. I didn't realize that I was trying to get like a laptop situation here, and had the Panthers flag in the background there. And unfortunately, I guess you have to have a some kind of, I don't know. I'll figure it out, okay? But it's early this season. We're 4-3. We're doing okay, right?
Yeah. What's going on, Endo? Yeah, we are 4-3, 4-3, and we are going up. Now, was this a pretty game? No, and if you recall, Bo, last week, I told you we might lose this game, we might win. It's not going to be a pretty game. It's not going to be a pretty game. And that was the case.
Depends who you ask. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, Shakat, and I got to tell you, watching some smash mouth football, I mean, it's funny how, and I'm not, listen, I talk a lot of smack about just the overall contingent of just fans. Just, I tell you every week, Shakat, group think, fans, everyone hears one thing, and then they all start repeating it like parrots. If Steve Wilkes is as good of a defensive coordinator and is a guy that, you wish you would have hired back then how about we give him his flowers as a defensive coordinator today? Okay? Because I got to tell you, that wasn't going to be an easy task in that second half, especially when Bryce went out. So.
Yeah, and by the way, are you able to raise the volume a bit on your end, please?
Yeah, let me put my headphones in. I'll see if I can help that out there.
Sure.
One second. Hey,
Sure.
we'll get all these kicks out when well, at least by week 8.
Yeah.
The volume's good enough.
Yeah, the lighting is good enough.
There's another one I got there, but I don't think that one's gonna be good either. Do you have your
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Guys, sub,
little
subscribe,
eight
keep us
here? These are pretty
happy.
good,
Help this channel growing more.
This works.
We appreciate your help.
All right.
Appreciate everyone help. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. There we go.
All right. You got
Yep.
me
Yeah, I can hear you.
better.
So yeah, yeah, slightly better. But anyway, no, I mean you're right.
Slightly better. That doesn't sound great. So I need to work. Okay. You know what, Shaked? I'm gonna because I got all the equipment. I've been holding out on you. I got the equipment. Just wait. I'm just gonna tell you that.
So it's all good, Bo. You know me. If you know me, you know I like to joke. I like to joke, like all of that. So nothing personal against you. But anyway, what I was saying, my friend,
Pizza.
the Jets defense is very good. It's very good. I mean, we saw it. We saw how well they played against Denver. So it's a very good defense. The offense is garbage. As I said during the game, I truly believe the reason why we went so many times on 4th down is because Dave Canales, without saying it, because you want to be respectful to the opponent, especially press conference and afterward. But I'm sure on the sideline to his coaches, maybe to his players, he told them, listen, their offense is really bad. To say it politely, their offense is really bad. They're probably not going to score on us. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. They cannot score because honestly, today I saw one of the worst offense in entire NFL history.
You're talking about the Jets. At what
Yeah.
point did you think to yourself the Jets are the worst offense in NFL? Because I got to tell you, I've seen, but I get what you're saying, Shaked. I get what you're saying. Um, it's a week by week league. I know we wear that out, but it is what it is, man. I mean, nobody's nitpicking wins. A win is a win is a win. The only fan base I see that actually like is like, oh, we won. You see what happened? First of all, the Bryce Young injury is a sprain. He's fine. Okay. He's gonna be okay. All right. So let's all stop freaking out about that. Rico Dowdle said, and if there's one man this team should trust, it's Rico Dowdle. And he said that Bryce Young's gonna be okay. He said it
Do you
himself.
think he play
So
next week?
I'm sorry.
Do you think he play on Sunday?
Next Sunday? I don't see why not.
Because I mean, for all the Bryce hater on your station FNC, they stated he's
Hey, hold on, Shaked. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. The joke's over with my station stuff because I'm starting to hear some extra noise from certain people, and it's starting to get like all because I give a little praise and I get a little recognition. Now all of
No,
a
but you
sudden
know I'm
but
joking
so
with you.
I just I like that joke. I'm just saying you know what I mean.
Okay, so a big fan of the station, a big texter, unofficially host an FNC. Let's put it that way.
Who is it? Look at all these people texting in. Everybody does it. I mean, like, seriously, just because I have the balls to call in, all of a sudden I'm the big fan. I don't even call in every day. I call in once a week. So I'm tired of this. For me, it's just I find it hilarious the fact that I get to defend if I defend my quarterback, I'm called a Bryce sexual. If I defend the station, I'm a jock sniffer. If I defend this person, it's like I'm a fanboy. Whatever. I'm done with all the extra blah. Okay.
Okay, so the big time WFNZ fan from Dallas, or the biggest WFNZ fan from Texas.
I'm from Charlotte, man. You know what, Shaquette? I'll be at the game next week. In fact,
Yeah.
we got a couple other. Anyway, I'll go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All laughing. I'm not taking it personal.
Well,
But
Shaquette, I know you're not blind, and I know you know what I'm talking about. So we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. Sorry, go ahead. I know you're
okay,
not
so
blind.
anyway,
I don't know. Okay.
right, right. So WFNZ, the people over there basically stated they cannot play Bryce. And we saw in short amount of time what is the difference night and day between Andy Dalton, the big red, which seemed like a great person off the field, and he had a good career overall, starting quarterback for the Bengals, NFL, and Bryce Young, because we 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 saw a difference. And part of the reason I think why we saw a difference because Bryce is more mobile than Andy. Andy is basically staying in the same spot, literally.
Listen, Andy Dalton is he's a veteran quarterback that does a lot of things the right way. One, there's a reason why he took the Bengals to the playoffs consistently, Shaked. Okay, he mentally, when you talk about the mentally the strongest quarterback in the quarterback room, I think it's the Carolina Panthers because Andy Dalton is mentally he's a team player, and between the ears he gets it, and so does Bryce. And so it's good to have him, in your foxhole, if you will, when we do have the situation that happened today. um, it's tough, man. It's tough when you just jump into a game like that. So I you know obviously Andy Dalton is filling a need on this team that is very much appreciative. He didn't come in and start just mucking stuff up. He threw a great ball to Xavier Legette, right? So I got to tell you, I got no issues with Andy Dalton. You know, I think that there's a reason why they brought him back again this year, and it's because these guys are so mentally between the ears, right? They are so mentally aligned that it shows.
Yeah, I mean, you make a valid point. I thought some of his throws, ex- except for Leggett, weren't on target. But here's the
What,
deal.
which throw are you talking about? Where he had pressure right in his face immediately, or the other time when he had pressure right in his breadbasket? I mean, we saw what
The throw
happened,
to
Chiquette.
Sanders.
There was so much pressure right there. It's the
The
same
throw to
reason why
Sanders.
people get mad at Bryce, and it's like this. You can't. The worst thing in NFL is when you get pressure right up the gut. I mean, that's the worst thing you can get. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Right. I mean, we have given praise and credit to the O line in the past, but today, in my opinion, they played like garbage. Absolutely like garbage. And yes, the Jets have a good defense, but you cannot let someone come right through the middle or to the side and all of that. And probably we didn't realize, but we miss Damon Lewis so much today. So much. And nothing against Austin Colbert or anyone else. But we saw why literally I don't know if they overpaid, but why they gave him big money because when he's starting,
Well, hold on. Let's start from the beginning here, okay? I don't think that you can. I agree with you that we missed Damian Lewis, but that's not a referendum on all of a sudden X, Y, Z, B, D, and G, okay? They exploited a weakness in our offensive line. We saw it. We know it. It is what it is. And there was the first time, and give this offensive line this depth credit because they have had to mix match how many different times throughout the entire season. So you can't go from we missed this to all of a sudden it's they weren't trash. Okay, there was protection there. So I disagree with you on that.
no, but also ball. And I know last week we ran against the worst run defense in the NFL, but still, we we didn't have much success running the ball today. Even against the Dolphins, we had success. Against the Falcons, we literally had no success running the ball today.
It's
But
almost
yet,
like the Jets defense is a really good defense. I mean, it's
No, he
almost like
did.
that front line with Quentin Williams, and they know how to pick it. It's almost like that's good. Did you see what they did against a team that everyone was like, oh, the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton, the Denver Broncos, they're so good, they're so great. But as soon as the Jets hold them to a tight score, all of a sudden the Jets defense gets zero credit. No, that's not the way it works. The Jets defense is for real, and we had to run into a brick wall in a way. And you know what? It is iron sharpening iron right in front of our faces. And it was a defensive showdown today.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to remember. I mean, the last time we had such a great defense performance, probably 2016 season, 2017, 2014, 2015, which I know I've been tough on T-Bone best friend Overo. But today I give him the game ball. I give him the game ball because if had it not been for the defense, we would have lost it.
Why don't you just admit you're wrong though? Like what don't you see the
Because
trends, Shaked?
just a
Why
second,
don't you
Bo.
see the trends?
But just a second, Bo. They the defense had great moments. They really did. But at times they either miss a sack where they could have got a sack, or they they allowed like pass right through the middle for tight end or wide out. I mean, I believe the defense has improved tremendously compared to last season, but if we played, let's say, against Buffalo today, I think they would have scored more. I really do. I don't think
Uh,
we would have got 6 sacks.
You can't make that comparison because it's not in reality. Let's talk if we're going to make analogies, let's talk in what's actually real, okay? Now, let's give Ajero Rivera his flowers. And now, Shaked, you went on a march. I don't have amnesia. The reason why T-Bone and I were holding up for the guy was because everybody was tearing him down. There are still fans that want to fire his bleep after this season, okay? So as one of the guys that's in Ajiro's foxhole, and you're seeing a very young defense and guys that are getting coached up in every single position group, you gotta say, you know what? We need him, and we don't want to see him go. We need to have him and lock him in because I gotta tell you, it's okay to be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things. There are no doubt. I have said plenty of takes that I got to walk back and I'm wrong about. There's no doubt about it. But my take the entire season last year, where I said I think it's the Jimmies and the Joes, and it's not a Vero scheme. That's starting to look a little bit. I'm just saying, and so I think you got to give T-Bone his flowers too. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, I told Born in DM, Rivera will get the game ball for me. He got the game ball. The question is, can he keep it up? Because we know, Bo. We know, Bo. We are very happy that we are 4-3. Couple of weeks from now, let's say we are under 500. Will we be happy? No, of course not. So it's a week-to-week NFL. It really is. It really
So
is.
so here's my thing. I think everybody on that defense gets a game ball. Okay, right? You look at Princely, you look at Scorden, you look at, I mean, go all the way down the
Brown.
line from veterans. Derek Brown is a beast. Who would have thought the guy that was a beast in college turned out to be a beast in the NFL in his third year? And guess what? He gets to be on our team, and we paid him. You know who
He's
else we paid?
underrated.
You know who else? We didn't pay him, but you know who else we paid, Shaked? J.C. Horn.
Yeah.
And J.C. Horn made. I was talking to my dad. I'm like, that's one of the best interceptions I've ever seen. To have that stride and to grab it up like that, that's
The,
special.
the first interception, I think, saved the game. I really do. Because the Jets had momentum. If JC doesn't catch it, they still have the ball, like second down, if I remember correctly. And if he doesn't catch it, it could be a touchdown. He literally took a touchdown away from a wideout. Incredible catch. One, forget about defense. That was one of the best catch we've seen in a very, very long time. And we are not saying because we are Panthers fans. But even if you are not a Panthers fan, you have to say that was one of the best catch we have seen in NFL history. Because It's one thing to catch the ball in the end zone, also to keep your foot inbound and maintain possession. One heck of a play. Should be an highlight.
I was trying to use my fingers as a way to show that stride, but the way that he grabbed out that ball in that one hand like that, man, Shaqued, that was just it was special, and it was such a pivotal point with the momentum. I don't know about you, but I'm a big believer in momentum
No,
because
I
it's
do.
real in this game, and I gotta tell you, with the way things were going, with the offense stalling out, three and out, three and out, three and
They
out,
were about
we
to tie the game.
we needed a superhero. We needed a superhero, and guess what? We got one in the trenches, and and I gotta tell you, but just you can't say enough about J.C. Horn because then what does he do? He gets another one. He gets another one at a pivotal time. I
Yeah,
mean, so I
but you know who also should get a game ball, and he's not in defense, but Excel. Excel, in my opinion, had the best game by far in his career. And yes, not couple of seasons ago, last year he had a pretty good game against the Bengals, Falcons. But Excel, I mean, what we know about Excel in the past, prior to today's game, he dropped crucial catch. And that catch that he made, that they called holding on the Jets, that was a phenomenal catch, even though it didn't lead to points. And then on second down, the Big Red had a lot of confidence to go to Excel, which if he doesn't catch it, we probably run it a running play, we punt it. Who knows? Maybe they tie the game, go to two, and win it. So that was one phenomenal catch by Excel, and he's proving to be a pretty good wideout. He just needs to have more confidence in himself.
I mean, he had a great game. It wasn't surprising to me. I mean, I'll be honest with you. He didn't get much. He didn't get much reps in the preseason, right? So he's one of those guys where he probably needs those reps, Dave. You know what I mean? There's a reason why Andy Reid puts these guys out in the preseason because some of these guys need to get those real time, you're in game moments. And so to see the progression and the ascension of Xavier Leggett over the last couple of weeks and have him just blow a top off today, um, wasn't surprising. And it just goes to show you that maybe sometimes our fan base could just take a little chill pill and relax when it comes to making some referendum on our young players after every single week because it's exhausting. And you know what? I don't keep receipts because I don't care. I don't care whether you're right or I'm right or who's right. I don't care. And so when people go off, well, I told you about this and I told you, didn't I say it would happen? Well, didn't I believe you? Don't care. Do not care. Xavier Leggett is the real deal, and we don't know how high that ceiling is, Shaked. We don't know. It is that he's a great blocker. He is focused, mentally sharp. This team is from locked in from ear to ear. Jack Nicklaus, the great, well, second greatest golfer to Tiger Woods. That's debatable, but he said the hardest thing about golf is the space in between the 6 inches between your ears. And the football is similar in a lot of ways. These guys are starting to figure it out right in here. And it shows when you go against a tough defense on the road. Without your quarterback went out. And you know what they did? They found a way. They found a way. How many times have we seen this go bad and it goes bad quickly and it's just like, well, here we go. No, this was fun to watch, man. And everyone was like, "Well, how'd you think of this game?" Well, it was ugly. It was this. It was like it's a Panthers game. It's always anxious. You don't watch these games and be like, "I'm perfectly normal and happy." Wee. No, you don't watch them like that. You're anxious. You're tense. If you give a damn, you might be a little bit on the edge. But when things go right and they start to see it, you start to see a trend. Whoo, I might be talking crazy, Jacad, but playoffs.
I know, I know. Well, one thing I do deserve credit from you, Bo, even though you might not want to give it, because last week I did tell you Justin Field is overrated. I did say on our show is overrated.
Did I tell you he wasn't? Did I tell you? Listen, I like Justin Fields, so I don't. Who said Justin Fields is some end all be all? I don't get that take, Shaquette. I gotta tell you.
I mean, I feel bad for him. I really do. I mean, he seemed like a good person.
Nobody
But
feels bad for Justin Fields. Could be just fine. He's playing for the Jets. I mean, nobody feels bad. Aaron Glenn's making millions. Nobody's feeling bad for him. If he gets fired, he's going to find a job. Look at what
no, I
Wilkes is
mean,
doing. He's showing he's good. These guys will be fine. No one's feeling bad for anybody. And Justin Fields, it just, I'm obviously we like the guy because he's a good dude.
but he's not a good quarterback.
But
He can run, but he cannot throw. He can run, but he cannot throw the ball. Unfortunately.
What'd you think of Tyrod Taylor? Were you scared when they brought him in?
No, not really, because like you mentioned momentum. You mentioned momentum, and after JC got the interception, I felt all right. I felt fine and all of that. Like, I wasn't scared of the Jets offense per se. I was more scared how we would show up against their defense and all of that. Which, going back quickly to Excel, I have to say the referees. It's ridiculous that the NFL referees, if if the worst, if the best job in the world, you don't get fired, you don't get fined, you can make horrendous call. And let's be honest, that pass interference against Excel was BS. The flag against Nick Scott, which I went back and forth friendly disagreement with T-Bone, that was a bad call. That was a bad call because he was starting to slide down. It's not like he was right down and Nick Scott hit him. He was starting to slide down. Nick Scott hit him in the shoulder right here, not the knee on the helmet. They threw a flag. Now, if Bryce Young was the quarterback, he wouldn't have got that call. I mean,
yeah, he would have because Shaquette.
Sorry. Couple of years ago, Bryce Young, rookie career, rookie game against the Vikings. I don't know if you remember that. That was Frank Reich time. And Bryce Young, there was DJ Wonder, who's now playing for the Panthers. He shoved Bryce Young down to the ground. After on a dead ball penalty, on a dead ball play, no one from the Panthers O-line came and protected him. But there wasn't any flag on the Vikings. So the referees are inconsistent. They call what they want to call. They call what they don't want to call because they know at the end of the day, they get a paycheck.
I mean, the way the league's set up, I mean, they don't care. It's not about consistency. It's about what does it sound like? What does it look like? What's the interpretation? And that hit wasn't as bad as it sounded. The sound, we had that decibel up in our bar, and everyone was like, "Oh." So you know that when they were hearing that on the field, it was like, "Oh." Which, granted, I mean, you can't really do that when a guy's trying to slide, but it's a football sport. I always say that I don't care if it looks like you judge the play, whatever. You know these guys are playing. I mean, it's a tough sport to kind of officiate that way. So I thought Nick Scott was just trying to make a physical play, and got a little helmet, a little slide. He was probably sliding by the time Nick Scott was probably already determined to go and get him at this angle. And so, how do you try to tackle somebody and stop and go back up? Like what am I going to do? I'm already committed to this angle and this tackling motion. What am I going to do? And you could see him going to the official afterwards because what happened? The guy was okay. And he's over there and the official was kind of had a smirk on him because he knew it was because it sounded a lot worse than it actually was. But at the same time, I mean, Nick Scott, if he can't do anything right, he can't do it. I mean, what he makes a good physical, getting the hit. Some of the hits out there today, like I said, if you like good defensive physical football, you were like it was like fireworks or like a shooting, like you're going out watching shooting stars out on the beach because you know one's bound to fall and you get that good clean lick, that good hit. It was awesome, man.
Right. And I mean, speaking of something bad, Fox. Fox should have apologized. I don't know you. I'm assuming you watched the game at the bar. I watched the game at the bar in Charlotte for like a minute. It sounded like we were listening to the radio. The audio was terrible. Did Fox apologize, saying, "Oh, listen, we have technical difficulties"? Did they put it on the bottom of the screen? Technical difficulties, not. And it's unacceptable because as a sport broadcaster, when I had technical difficulties, of course I let the listeners know, listen, we are dealing with technical difficulties.
But they've got so much money to where honestly, we know this, okay? They got so much money. We were just joking about it where it was like the whole entire broadcast was like, yeah, listen here, see what we got, it's like from the 1930s. Like they got the radio broadcast from the ham radio. Yeah, listen here. Yeah, Fats McGill. Yeah, what do you say? See? I'm the guy around here. It was noticeably egregious right from the beginning of that game, and everyone's kind of like looking around, like, what's going on? So yeah, it was pretty funny actually. And it's like, all right, I guess we'll just go ahead and sit in it.
Yeah, yeah, Sam, it sure is. Sure is. Definitely feel good to be a Panthers fan, but I mean, Kyle Bailey, you probably saw his tweet. He said, "Oh, it's a win, it's an ugly win." Here's the deal, and I replied to him. In the past, we
He
would have
doesn't.
found a
But by the
way.
way, again, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you reply to him. Kyle Bailey does not care. And you know what? I'm going to defend him and that he doesn't care.
No, no, no,
He once said, "Why does anyone reply to any tweet?" And I agree. It's like unless you're trying to like, if someone asks a question, it's like when you go up to somebody and you go, "Hey, let me go ahead and start a conversation with somebody that is like it's like speaking less spoken to." So if Kyle Bailey sends out a tweet on his program with his business, then if you're going to reply and be like, "Oh, blah, blah, I think about this," it's like he doesn't care. I wouldn't either.
no. This wasn't part of the program. It wasn't live on the air. This was like after the game.
But it doesn't matter if he was or not. That's his business. We don't get paid to do this, right? I mean,
Right.
but so he gets paid with his content, just like T Bone, just like Mac, just like everybody else.
Well,
So when they do it, there's a certain professionalism. So
no,
that's
no,
all I had to
no,
say about that.
no. You're right. But here's the deal, Bo. And I replied to him: a win is a win. Also, let's be honest. In the past, we would have found a way to lose this type of a game. We would have found a way to lose this type of a game because I mean, you're right. You mentioned for them it's business and all of that. For me, I'm also building a business here. But here's the deal: I can guarantee you, if the Panthers had lost this game, the text line tomorrow on WFNZ would have been horrendous. Would have been nightmare. Yes, T1 would have been happy because he's also a Jets fan. T1 is a Jets fan, so he
It's
would have
okay.
been happy, but mad.
It's gonna be nuts regardless. You know how many fans are gonna come out of the woodwork because they want to hear their name on the radio, or they want to say something, or they want to make a point about
15
something
seconds of
stupid.
change. 15
He's,
seconds of change.
he's probably got a sprained Sam Mason, who's probably got a sprained. I think he's just got a sprained ankle. That's what I think it is. Sounding like when he talked to the teammates afterwards, he's fine.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
mean, he was walking fine. He was walking
sprained
fine.
ankle.
Right, and also, I mean, we
But
talked
here's our
about.
fans. Ah! Ah! He's not. He doesn't know. Like, just stop.
But going back to your point, Sam, yeah, it feels great to be a Panthers fan. I mean, I joked about it, but the last time we won 4-3, MySpace still existed. Tom from
No, I'm
MySpace
gonna try.
still wanted to be your friend. Gas price was under $1. T-Bone was playing with Chris Paul and Ice Cold. So many stuff the last time the Carolina Panthers were 4-3. And we should not take it for granted because it's the NFL. It's the NFL. It's the NFL. So I don't care. Yeah, we won ugly. Yeah, it was a defensive battle, but we won. That's what that's what most matter in the NFL. I mean, we played pretty good against the Cardinals. Second half, we made a great comeback. Does it count as a victory? No.
I don't give a damn about any of these games that we see. Once the play, once the drive, once the series is over, it's time to move on. We don't live in the past. We take, and when I say we, I mean I'm thinking as fans, or I'm thinking of the way that mentality with these guys. You take that mirror that you have on the side of the car that gets you a chance to look back and look behind you. These guys break that crap off and smash it to the side because we don't have any time for any looking back in the future and wonder what this team is. We are when I say we, I mean the Panthers. They are showing up and they are not giving a single damn. If you want to be the Buffalo Bills, great. Bring your fans that can't get a job in Buffalo. That look actually Buffalo Bills. Most of them are nice fans, but bring them down here. Go ahead and have them to be like loud and obnoxious and be wannabe, Southerners. Go ahead, bring them on. I love to talk trash to these guys, but y'all gonna get your ass kicked, okay? Because nobody comes into the bank and wins these days, so y'all gonna get your ass kicked.
Should be an interesting game. Which, speaking of that game, ticket price to that game, Bo, you are very lucky that you bought the tickets months ago because I was looking.
We had season tickets from the moment they had the inception. I left it in the family like a good Panthers fan. So my best friend has the tickets. So I can go to any game whenever I want. I'll be there in a couple other games. Any week, you might see me in another game. So I'm letting you know this is just the beginning because we're about to keep on cooking.
Right. No, but anyway.
And I don't have to pay a charge. We had a chance to sit in a box. It's like, no, we're not sitting in some box seat. We're going and sitting back in the section I grew up in 533, row 12, where we started the damn beginning of this. And we're going to finish it there.
Personal suggestion, and you don't have to take it if you want to sit in real outcourt, go 539 to 546.
It's the
That is
same.
where the
It's the same thing. We're in the upper bowl. That's all that matters.
No,
We're in
I
the upper
know,
bowl.
but the view, my friend, you can
I,
see everything without looking at the scoreboard.
Chakad, why does everything? Why? Here's my problem with your points and your tidbits and the way you do. Just if we're gonna do this constructive criticism thing, just think for a fact that maybe it's all good. It's all good. Nothing has to be better than something else. Nothing has to be some. This was
No,
that.
I
This
know.
was a okay. As long as you know that you okay. That's all. I'm just making sure.
Right. No, I'm just used to sitting in those sections, all of that, because I honestly thought some sections in the stadium, the view is not as good. Because that's what you see on the internet is saying, oh, those seat is extracted, oh, that seat is not good. But I was saying,
There's not a bad seat in that stadium, Shaquette, unless you're in the very bottom of the bowl.
well,
If you're up
just a
top, every
second,
seat's great.
just a second, Bo. Actually, you're wrong, my friend. You know where the
You're
bench is?
wrong. You're
Just a
wrong.
second, please. Just a second, please. 139. 139 is right near the bottom. Couple of years ago, someone gave me free tickets to the Seahawks game. And I thought, yay, I'm so happy. But guess what? When we were on offense, guess who blocked my view? The Fox camera blocked my view. So when we were on defense, yeah, fine. But when we were on offense, right next to my face like that, couldn't see a thing. So some seats are good, some seats are phenomenal. Like I personally, Bo, wouldn't want to sit next to the bench, especially the first 5 rows, because it's not like you're going to hang with the players and say, oh, you know what? Please sign my jersey. You know what? Can I get an autograph? You know what? Can I come to the field, get a selfie from you? And plus, sitting so close to the bench with all of those 300-pound players standing, sitting, you're probably not going to see anything except their back. Now, if you sit 10, 15 rows away, yeah, it's a great view, great seat. But anyway, what I was saying, I'm shocked at how expensive the tickets are to that game. Like I literally, what's up, Mr. Doggy? What's up, Serpil? Like I literally thought the tickets to the Bills game would be less expensive than the Cowboys game. And it's actually like in the upper sections, they're starting at $220 and going up, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't pay attention to a whole lot of that. But
I
you
know,
know,
I know.
as we talk and get to know each other just a little bit better on these podcasts, Shaked, we get to make our points and be passionate. You know, that's one of the
Well,
reasons why I appreciate you.
yeah, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you always coming in, giving your opinion, even if we agree or disagree. It's always respectful and love. No argument, nothing personally. So you really think we're going to beat Buffalo? And here's why I said maybe. Buffalo lost 2 games in a row, and they're not a bad team. They're also coming off a bye week. Now, here's what should help us. If we won this game today, let's say by 20 points or more, we we could we could next week played ugly. But because we won in an ugly fashion, that might motivate us. Say, listen, we are 3-0 at the bank. We are undefeated. We want to be 4-0. We want to make a statement. We know it might be Buffalo takeover because the Bills fans are traveling pretty well. It might be Buffalo takeover of the bank. So we want to make a statement. This is our house. This is our lair.
I
So
agree. I agree. I agree. Listen, I can't count for the other fans. I know the ones I know, but I agree. I mean, I've been talking bleep about our fans since I started, growing up in Charlotte, since they started the franchise. It just seemed like fair weather fans. I understood what Smitty was talking about when he said it. He probably used the wrong words. And I'm not talking about everybody. I'm not generalizing towards everybody, Shaked. I'm just talking about the reason why is it like why is all these fans come in? They get all these great tickets. Almost like people that have the PSLs sell them. Okay, well, now you've got a decent football team, so there shouldn't be an excuse why you're selling your damn tickets every week. So I know there's nothing you could do about that. That's fine. And I know the fans that are showing up are believing, so they're going to be loud and raucous and be ready to roll. But we've got some fair weather fans. We're telling stories about that bottom bowl. I went down there one time and it's just so stupid. You want to talk about the wine and cheese crowd? This is a wine and cheese crowd. I was going there standing up on third down, and it's like no one in the entire area even understands the concept of standing up on third down. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm going we're going bare knuckle here. And then I start hitting the seat, and then like this guy goes, "Hey, you're knocking my wife's Bloody Mary over." I'm like, this place sucks. I will never go. I sat in the lower bowl one time, and I was like, screw this. This is the lamest. This is the lamest fans. And the angle to watch the game isn't even good, Shaked. You go up top in the higher bowl, you can actually see the play develop and watch it all unfold. So I think it's funny that people spend a lot of money to go watch it from down there when you're around the wine and cheese. Whoa, man. Bunch of
right now, full disclosure, I don't know if you know Panthers Greg on Twitter. You probably don't know Panthers Greg on Twitter. A great guy, awesome person. Gave me in the past multiple tickets uh, when he didn't use them, which is very nice of him, and I really appreciate that. And he sit in the lower bowl. And maybe it's just me, my personality, enthusiastic, and all of that. But when I was sitting in the lower bowl, like 2 or 4, and I stood up, no one told me, hey, listen, sit down, get your butt back. get your butt down. And maybe it's my personality being enthusiastic and all of that. So, and also last year for the Cardinals games, I was sitting in the lower bowl because tickets were relatively cheap. And no one told me, hey, sit down. And honestly, the only time I was told to sit down was the game against the Falcons years ago.
So I didn't want to cut you off. I was trying to find a cool way to do that, but I'm doing like 15 things at once. He was asking what are the price of the upper tickets. I mean, you got Google, Sam. Come on, look it up, man. You see what it is.
Depend. It's depend. But
Sorry, go ahead, Shagab.
but speaking of ticket price, I think people should charge reasonable price, which the Panthers should also do that. Because let's be honest, yeah, it's a great game next week, Mr. Serpel. Keep pounding. Woof. It's a great game next week. It's a big game. We are 4-3, they are 4-2. But no tickets realistically should sell for $200 in the upper bowl. That is a ripoff, in my opinion. That is a ripoff. Because if
Uh,
this was just a second, Bo, if this was the Dolphins, you know how much the ticket would cost? $50, $60. Why it's $200? Because Buffalo is coming to town. I wish it was because we are 4-3 and playing great football, but it's nothing to do with the Carolina Panthers, Bo. It has everything to do with Josh Allen, Shaq Thompson, James Cook, Shaquille, Keenan Coleman, Knox, Sean McDermott, Brandon Beans, and the entire Carolina Panthers not coming to Bank of America Stadium.
are you done talking about ticket prices? Because I got to tell you, I'm about to go asleep. You want to wrap this up in about since we're running out of things to talk about? We're talking about ticket prices. Look at Millie; she's so happy. I got a pizza up here. Um,
She's
you want
smiling.
you want to make some finishing final statements?
So, so what is your prediction next week?
Same thing I predicted this week. I thought we won. I thought we were going to win. This team finds a way. This coaching staff puts these guys in good positions to to do the right thing. Shaqued, once they scored that touchdown and it was 3-3 to get up 10-3, I didn't think there was any chance we were going to lose.
No, I
Um,
agree. I agree. I mean,
so you have faith in this team and you understand that we have so many just young, just explosive players on both
yeah,
sides of the ball. We play complementary football. We're young and physical. It's like I don't care about the this and that. I don't nitpick mainly because I'm not getting paid to do it. If somebody was to be like, hey, Panther Bo, here's a we're gonna pay you all this money to go and try and nitpick all these wins. Well, 3 wins in a row. Oh man, I don't know if I can handle this. No, I'm not doing it. I'll listen to it. It's fine. I'll keep my thoughts to myself. But
but just a heads up. I'm predicting, don't be surprised, so-called expert for football talk and so on, they will pick Buffalo. They will pick Buffalo
well,
because
yeah,
you
of
know
course
the
they are.
national media doesn't like us.
I
They
mean,
don't.
why would they not pick Buffalo? That's all they know. They know they're going to go with It's fine. I don't. Do you think for 1 second I'm like, oh my god, what are they picking? What is the national media? What do any of these guys think? It's like I want to go like this is football. You know what I mean? Like don't
No,
care.
I
Don't care.
think
I went on the spaces today because I heard someone saying like about the Rico Dowdle, and I appreciate you not making a big stink about this, Shakad, because I thought you were going to be one of those people that's like, could you believe how many rushes they gave Rico Dowdle? It's like, could you believe how few? It's like, don't care. Do not care. We will find a way to win the game. And you know what happened after everyone freaked out in the first half? Rico Dowdle got the ball in the second half and moved that pocket. So we'll find a way to win. I don't care how it is, but what am I going to do? Not trust Dave Canales? What am I going to do? Not trust EJ Rivero? What am I going to do? Not trust Dan Morgan? Mm-hmm.
speaking of Dan, he deserves roses for this rookie class. I mean, literally, it's a home run. It's a home run. ETN, which I was very high on when we drafted him. Same with Jimmy Orn, Princely, Nick as the sack today. And probably Mitchell Evans is very good. I mean, we remember, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I remember before the final rosters were announced on FNZ, they mentioned he's probably going to be cut and James Mitchell will make the roster over him. So basically, everyone that we drafted this year has been a great, except for Ken Jackson, because I think he's raw. I really believe he's raw. Plus, we have so much depth ahead of him.
It doesn't. This goes back to the point we were talking about before, Shaked. Let's not have these referendums on these players. Dude, I don't know why we have to talk about players like this is right and this is wrong and he's good and he's bad and this is no. That's not the way we talk about these guys. Okay, Cam Jackson will be ready when he's ready, but it's just his way it is. So let's if there's one thing we've learned over watching what Xavier Legette has done over the last couple of weeks and over all these guys, let's stop having these. I gotta tell you, I don't know what we're doing with this.
Now I do feel bad for Renfro. I do feel bad for him.
He probably just needed a week off. He's old. He's been out of the league for a while. He probably just needed a little week to heal.
I mean, we have good problem with wideout. So anyway, give me your score next week.
You go first. I just put a bite in my mouth. What do you want me to talk with my mouth full?
27, 20, 21 Panthers.
What was that, Shaked? I saw you broke up there.
27-21 Panthers.
Okay. Like that. This is a good time. My phone's about to die. We'll get this podcast situation. I appreciate being a guest on your show, Shaked, but I'd like to have a little bit more professionalism than me being like, whoa!
You don't, the way you are, don't act like what you are not. If you know what I mean. Be yourself.
If I'm a jackass, I should go ahead and act like a jackass. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, when you had too much to drink that time, it became a funny blooper reel. But no, I mean,
all right, let's
be Panther Ball. The ones that you call an FNZ, the ones that you text. Don't be the other ball, because I don't know the other ball. I only know Panther Ball. We make great calls, great SMS, and great points about Indiana, Purdue, and so on.
Well, I learned from the best, Shaked. Some would say you were the one who told me the way.
No.
All right. Well, let's stop doing this. Whatever this is, let's just go ahead and stop this. Go ahead, give me Panthers 31, Buffalo 23.
Yeah. So we will see. Don't know if we will have a show next week, maybe at the airport, maybe following Monday. So keep tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button, subscribe, and keep pounding. Enjoy, because the NFL, don't take it for granted.
Thanks, Pep.
Thank you, Bo. Have a great night.